So as a personal trainer, I often get a lot of questions about motivation and how to stay with it. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. How do I do it? How do I do that? Turns out, it's not that hard. Taking action is about that. But actually, is it? The hard thing about motivation is sticking with it. There's a difference between determination and motivation. Most people lack determination to actually follow through. Staying motivated is one click away on YouTube from watching another video. Staying determined, that's what's going to get you up early and actually get you ahead of the task that you want to do. Motivation is like a drop in the bucket. That determination, that's going to be the fire that keeps us going. So how come people can't stick with their habits or in turn develop bad habits and can't get out of them? Well, if we look at the underlying causes, it's not that hard. Sure, easy for me to say it's not that hard, but what's stopping you from going and doing something about it now? Want to get into shape? Pop up right now, after the video I should say, and go to the gym. Go for a run. Go for a walk around the block. Nothing is stopping you, except you. What we also have to consider is that we are our habits. So everything that we do either reinforces the person we are or the person that we're going to become. That could be a good or a bad thing. If you're reinforcing positively, you're going to have that dissonance when you do the bad thing and say, maybe I shouldn't have that. If you're the good person, all of a sudden all your habits are in line and it's who you are. If someone offers you a cigarette and you don't smoke, you would say, I'm not a smoker. If you get offered a cigarette and you're trying to quit and you say, oh, I'm trying to quit, tell me this. Who's going to have the harder time mentally thinking it? I'm not a smoker. No problem. Never do it. I'm trying to quit. That's a barrier. And we need to learn how to remove these barriers and change our lives. So I'm currently in the midst of a 21-day run series. Not that far, 1 mile, at least, well, not far for most people. For me, it's like an uphill battle metaphorically. I'll get to about halfway and my lungs are pumping full of battery acid. I just do not like it. From there, it's all up here. I've learned to just push myself and say, you can do it. Sounds good, right? Unfortunately, when you're literally going uphill too, what's going to keep you going? For me, I just tell myself it is worth it. You are going to be more appreciative even if you are dead tired, but not dead, you're going to be happier with the person you are 15 minutes after you achieve that. Imagine you're at the pearly gates afterlife and you see your maker. They say, hey, that person to your right, you see them? Yeah, they look kind of like me. That's who you could have become if you had just done all the right things. That is powerful. If you get up every morning and visualize your day and visualize your successes, that'll go just as far as verbal affirmations of I can do this, I am a confident person, I am going to crush work today. So why not do both? Why not visualize and on the way to work say, I'm going to have a great day, maybe even compliment someone else, may not be much to you, but I promise they'll remember it. Interestingly enough, it'll also boost you too. We give and we get back tenfold. The hard part for most people is just getting started. We have so many excuses of why we can't do this or who's going to judge us. Do you care about them? Maybe, maybe not. One of the biggest quotes that stuck with me is, how do you care about the people who you don't care about? So all the people walking by in the street, who are you looking to impress with what you're wearing or how you're acting or what you're doing? Within reason. But why do we care about the opinion of sheep when we want to be the lion? With that said, we need to reinforce who we want to be and become that powerful person. One of the hardest things for people is to just get started. Taking that first step forward, it's a rocky one often, but nobody's going to be perfect. Look at me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Here I am. Why? Because over the long enough timeline, I'm going to get better. Everyone's going to like what I say. Sure, I believe in myself, therefore I want you guys to be able to believe in yourselves too. How many people do you know in your life that are perfect? Have they ever started anything? Why is that going to stop you from actually starting what you want to do? Whether it's a new job, a new hobby, a new anything. Why stop yourself based on things that might not even be true? Oh, I'm not going to be successful if I try. How do you know? One thing that's tough is failure. It does happen. As I said, we're not perfect. But failure teaches us how to improve. Teaches us things we need to work on. We can all look back at times in our lives if we just did that one thing differently. We'd be so much further along or so much better whatever the item at hand is. That is feedback, and that's going to make us stronger. So don't fear failure. You can feel failure, but don't fear failure just because you know it's inevitable. Fail 100 times, try 101.